What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are back doing the Breaking Point story mode. This is the finale. We're covering chapters 15 to 17, and today we see how the story ends. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you are enjoying this series. Let's send it off with a bang. Time for the Singapore Grand Prix. With their dysfunction clear for all to see, and with only a handful of races left now in the 2023 season, Konnersport look like a team on the ropes as they head to Singapore. How are we on the ropes? We won so many races! We're not on the ropes!
Hey. Ooh.
Scared the life out of me, mate.
I didn't mean to. Picking up any tips?
I don't think they like the short straights here.
You didn't mind them, did you?
I love this track. Always do well here. Well, used to.
How are you doing, Devin?
Me? Golden, mate. Loving life.
Yeah, sure.
You know what it's like to leave all this behind, don't you?
Yeah, it's the most difficult thing I've ever done.
Yeah, well, like that. But, I didn't choose this, Casper. I didn't.
I know.
You came back, right? How's it treating you?
Ups and downs?
How's our old teammate doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think he's happy here.
He still thinks he belongs in that top team, see? He's never let it go. That's the problem. You know,
That sound is so good.
I could have a word with him. I mean, if you think that might help.
It's all a bit delicate.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, I understand.
No, Devin, I mean it.
Why is he standing like that?
Huh? Scouts on him, mate.
Uh-oh. He's gonna have a words. As per usual.
Hey, we need your input on this one.
Trouble in the garage. An anonymous source has talked to the press about Callie, about how Callie must not be criticised at Konnersport. It sounds like it came from the mechanic who had a run-in with Callie in the garage. The press are really latching onto this story. How do you want to handle it? Be cautious. We don't know for sure where this story has come from. I'll talk to the press and tell them everything's fine. We need to tread carefully here. Or discipline. Well, we can't discipline. Devin's just been in. He said the two of you had a little chat and that both of you agree Aiden needs a bit of extra motivation. Is that true? He suggested setting an expected finishing position for him this weekend as third. No offense, boss, but that seems a bit overly ambitious. What's your plan? Typical Devin. We have our projections and we'll stick with our agreed plan. P3's easy. We had a wing change and had to catch up like half a minute, and we still got top 3 in Monza. Andrea ambush. The fans have really latched onto your statement, throwing support behind Andrea on social media. People have been sharing their favorite passionate Andrea images ever since, and it's become a hashtag. Beautiful. Lucas Faber access. These are all the ramifications from previous episodes coming to the fore now. Lucas's publication sent Amari a low in his stead. There's no fear of anyone thinking it was a puff piece. Amari was pointed and strong with his critique around the troubles at Konnersport. It's caused a bit of a stir down in the garage. Morale has been a bit low this weekend.
Andrea,
Did you read his email?
I glanced at it.
He's a sly old fox at that one. Thank you for finding a place for Devon, as if we had a choice, Casper. As if it was our decision.
Yeah, I know.
How's it going with Devon anyway?
Yeah, he's still struggling. But he does really care about the team, so, you know, maybe it'll work out.
Well, that's something at least.
Rather him than his father, right?
Rather neither of them, Casper. Anyway, I'll see you.
Yeah, see you.
Beautiful. Let's check the emails. David. I'm reading your email now, bro.
Davidoff.
Ackerman, Look, I know it's none of my business, but that story about the mechanics really blowing up. I trust you're dealing with it.
I'm going to clear everything up myself. I've arranged a press conference. I'll tell them everything's fine.
That's not exactly what I'd call dealing with it.
You want me to fire him?
Well, that would be your decision, naturally.
I'm not going to fire a good mechanic without any proof. The decision is made.
So be it.
Tough decisions. I could never be a team manager in this. Davidoff, I'd like you to direct the media relations group to start using Devon now he's taken this role. Reminder that we need to give the role of a formal title. He's got a lot to offer the sport, and I know he can help the team. So thanks in advance for putting all this in place. So what was Devon's condition? Butler, I'm just getting started. Though already widely suspected, Butler recently went on record for the first time to acknowledge his medical condition, tinnitus. Tinnitus is a condition in which the sufferer hears sounds that haven't come from an external source. Instead, the sounds come inside the own person's body, often described as ringing in the ears. The sounds might also take the form of buzzing or humming, and is often linked with hearing loss. Butler's symptoms also included vertigo and dizziness. The condition worsened to the point where, in his own words, it became impossible for me to safely operate an F1 car. After a long break from his involvement with the sport, Devon Butler was quick to correct me when I broached the subject of retirement. Steady on, mate, he said. I've retired from driving. I'm just getting started in F1. Not being funny, what kind of good does it do for anyone to have Devon Butler hanging around a Konnersport? Banter. All right, time for the next race.
Did Casper really want you to talk to Aiden?
I read between the lines. Look, Casper's good at lots of things, but I know people. Yeah, I know how to get in their heads. And I wanted to help Dad, help the team, so,
Leave me alone.
Listen, I'm just saying, mate, if you were such an incredible driver, you wouldn't be a Konnersport, would you? Sorry, it's the truth. No offense.
Or maybe I won't be here next season.
Dude, you know what your problem is?
Yeah.
You think you're better than the team. I remember when Aiden Jackson was just happy to be behind the wheel of an F1 car. We all liked that guy far better than this one.
You never liked me.
No. But Casper did. Once upon a time. Oh, you're different now. You think you're too good for the team. Your head's stuck in some imaginary big three-seat in cloud cuckoo land, mate. No. You have got to drive the car you're in.
You're lecturing me about ego.
A subject I know well.
Oh, right. I get it. So you're allowed to be cocky, but I'm not. Is that it?
There's a difference.
How can there possibly be a difference?
This isn't you. This isn't you, mate.
Oh, get lost. Be true to myself. Drive the car I'm in. The wisdom of Devon Butler. Should I be living my best life too?
Just drive the car you're in, mate, yeah? Ciao.
It is good advice. He just doesn't want to hear it. Anyway, it's race day of the Singapore Grand Prix, with Devon's words still repeating in his head, and a focused and determined Aiden Jackson looks to return to form.
Marina Bay hosted a Grand Prix that briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Garden City re-entered the calendar for good in 2008. Driver
All right, where are we starting?
Exciting race.
Pole position.
Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position.
Good.
Just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2.
Second row.
The rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Oscar Piastri.
Okay. Third row.
Fernando
Fourth row.
Alonso, Verstappen.
Very good.
Leclerc.
Fifth row.
Norris.
Not even the top
Zhou,
10.
Ocon, Stroll, Mayer, Jackson,
Yay!
Vries,
Yay!
Magnussen,
Yay!
Tsunoda, Gasly, Bottas, Sargent.
Aiden, you know what you're doing here. Let's lock in and give it everything. Show us what you got.
Top 5. Softs all rounds. Let's send it, guys. This might be the last full race we have. In breaking point, we're away at the Singapore Grand Prix. Whoa. Sorry, Callie. I'm making my own storylines here. Squeezing her off. That'll be another cutscene later. And beautiful. I'm gonna send it. Piastri's P5. Absolutely smashing it. I'm so excited to see McLaren continue this form for the rest of the season. If they can keep up the form that they showed in Silverstone IRL, then it's an exciting time to be a McLaren fan. How is Verstappen in P6? Cody's doing him dirty in this race. I can only think that he's taken a 5-place grid penalty off the start. Anyway, lap 1, and we've gone from P14 to P6. This could be a very dominant display from Aiden Jackson. The top teams will have no choice. Ignore that.
Brilliant, nice move. Keep going.
If we have it our way, the top teams will have no choice but to sign us. Boom. Wow. The traction we got compared to Russell was nuts. I think if we beat Hamilton in that Merc, Toto will be too scared to rock the boat at Mercedes. They seem to be a good, like, 1.5 seconds too slow. At least a second too slow. But there we go. We are through and into the leads of the Singapore Grand Prix. Aiden Jackson is just going to sail off into the sunrise now. Soft tyres, please. We can stop and have a cup of tea here. Either way, we are serviced and done in this race. Onto the soft compound tyres now. And we are going to be absolutely flying. Last lap for Aiden Jackson. Absolutely mental, this race. The big points hauls we've got should be enough for top 5 in the Constructors. Give me a top team drive. Next story mode.
Well, the results are in there. We have it. What a race that
That sounded like a Daniel Ricciardo celebration. It sounded like his second race win, team radio, I think.
Elbows out, especially from Aiden Jackson. Loved his race today, and he finally delivered the sort of performance that we know that he's capable of. So whatever they're saying to him over at Konnersport, he seems to be listening to.
Now, Aiden, you have had your ups and downs this season, but tell me, on the whole, are you pleased with your overall performance?
Today's race should be a normality, not an exception. You know, if I can get a few more performances like today, then yeah, I'll be much happier.
Okay, I'm going to be cheeky, go straight for the jugular. If you had to choose a teammate between Callie and Devon, who would it be?
Give me Devon every day of the week.
I promise not to tell Callie, but I think I'd rather have Devon. Never thought I'd say that.
Now, Aiden, you have recently hinted that you're not entirely happy at Konnersport. Tell me, is it true?
He doesn't want to be here.
I think any driver in F1 is always going to be considering their next step. Is there a team I'd be better suited to? Who knows? And a change might do me good. Force me to grow as a driver. But there's nothing to report right now. You'll know when I do.
There's been wild speculation on whether or not Konnersport can even be on the grid next season, so can you tell us more?
No, we should be fine.
People were quick to judge the investors, but I think they care about this team and they want it to do well. I can't imagine anyone pulling out investment at this stage.
Thank you so much for your time.
Is the team happy? We getting our dosh? Are we getting a big boy contract? Surely we got something spicy lined up. Under the floodlights in Singapore, Aiden Jackson puts in a magnificent performance for Konnersport. G'day, mate.
Hi, Davidoff.
Aiden, appreciate the support today.
Yeah, no worries.
You're right, the investors do care about this team. We all wanted to do well. Good to see you putting that message out there.
It's true, though, isn't it? You're not gonna suddenly pull out of Konnersport, but the team's doing well.
It really doesn't matter, Aiden. Konnersport will get 5th and all this speculation will become irrelevant.
Well, what happens if we don't make 5th?
My position on that matter's always been clear. Thanks again, Aiden.
It's a bit cold. News. Ferrari can afford to be content for now. Meanwhile, at Konnersport, it's as if Aiden Jackson finally woke up at Marina Bay. A string of disappointing performances and a lackluster attitude off track has seen the F1 world talking about him for all the wrong reasons lately. But it's not enough for him to show those that touted flashes of promise he showed in his debut season back in 2020. If we're going to start taking this driver seriously, he needs to start putting in more consistent finishes. Of course, he's going to be congratulated on his performance today, but it only shines a spotlight on how the disparity between what we all know he's capable of and what he's actually been delivering. Where has he been all season long? And is this all just a case of a little too late? I don't think so. Give us the car and we will deliver. First place. That's the Aiden Jackson I remember. What a race from him today. I always said Aiden Jackson was a good driver. Amazing what he can accomplish with the right guidance. Of course, take full credit for that. Arab says, asked to choose between Callie and Devon. Jackson picks Devon. Did he secretly like Devon? Or does he really just dislike Callie? If he had the choice, he'd probably just be a one-man show. Casper Ackerman says, Phil's got access to last season's data. I'll have him forward you the analysis. Also, I know Devon's been getting a lot more involved than any of us have anticipated. I'm sure you understand that it's not up to me, and I don't think it's an ideal situation for anyone. Great race today. See you in the debrief. Brian Doyle. You can't get away from those butlers. Can't believe Devon's back, presumably as a full-time Pratt. I jest. I'm sure Devon's good larks. I've just seen the GP from the Maldives. Is he still there? How much money does this guy have? Dodgy Wi-Fi in this hotel, but I saw enough to see your race. First place, a return to form. Nice one. And Devon says, Casper's been talking about your interview today. If I were you, I'd avoid him for a while, unless you want another round of media training foisted on you. Not bad out there today, by the way. You keep listening to your good old pal Devon, and who knows what you might accomplish. So, Casper's beefing with us? Either way, let's see where we're at in the next chapter.
Come on, I just want to chat, Cal.
Why? Because he told you to?
Stop making this about him. Just talk to me.
No, I don't want to skip the cinematic.
We raced in a lot of the same races growing up, and one of us would always have a better race than the other. So in the car on the way home, one of us would be happy and the other would be completely miserable. There was no middle ground. It was like it was impossible for us both to be happy at the same time. And it's kind of been the same ever since.
Look, it's my job to talk to the drivers, Callie.
Yeah, and who gave you that job?
Why are you being like this? It's not even me you're angry with.
Maybe it is.
Oh, really? This again? We were kids, Callie.
You left me behind.
Come on, what was I supposed to say? Oh, thanks, Dad, for continuing to invest in my career, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to decline, just in case I hurt poor Callie's feelings.
Of course not.
And what?
It didn't have to be a choice, Dev. He had the money to fund both of our careers. I wanted you to fight for me. He never listened to me. He always listened to you.
Well, we were young.
Yeah, but we're adults now.
Yeah. Well, if it's any consolation, I'm not much competition anymore.
You never were.
I'm sorry, Callie. For everything.
That's nice.
You were always faster than me. There, I said it.
Nice try.
I mean it.
And did you mean it?
Wow. Oh.
Of course not. Faster than me. No. She was never faster than me. She'd love that. No. But if there's one thing my old man taught me, It's that sometimes people need to hear what they need to hear. You know?
Oh, absolutely brutal. Brazilian Grand Prix. Over the last few race weekends, Konnersport have managed to demonstrate some much needed consistency. The paddock now heads to Brazil for the penultimate race of the season.
Hey, Mum.
Hi, Mum.
Cal, I'm reading more and more about these funding issues.
Only an issue if we don't get 5th, apparently. What do you make of it all?
Well, he won't really do it, surely. I mean, it's only been 2 seasons, for goodness sake. And Konnersport certainly isn't the worst team on the grid.
You have a real way with words, Mum.
What's your father have to say for himself?
I have no idea.
You've still not spoken to him?
I'm sure you can relate.
Yes, but I mean, I don't have to work with the man. Look, you don't have to like him, you only have to talk to him.
You sound like Devon.
Well, maybe Devon has a point.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Mum. I'm going now.
Lots of love. Bye.
World's best mum goes to... Still so much to talk about your father about pulling funding. I'm just so furious about the whole thing. Actually, ignore this. I'm calling you. Casper. Hey, team. You've seen the press right now about the future of Konnersport. I know it can be disheartening to read the stories, but remember, we deal with it by focusing only on our performance. We're here to do our jobs to the absolute best of our abilities. That's it. Whatever happens, happens. Let's have a great Sao Paulo. How are the Konnersport coffers? With just 2 races left to go in the season, it's not a question of performance as the team sit comfortably mid-table and will surely end the season there, but rather a question of money. How much has this success cost them? Is this a profitable team? Will Butler Global continue to fund the team following the rumors that they may withdraw? And if not Butler Global, then who? Andrea Conno's dream of owning a competitive F1 racing team could well be crashing down around him in just a few short weeks. Konnersport can't really be struggling for money, can't they? They've had a pretty good season. Exactly! Spitting facts.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Why are you doing this? I saw him in the paddock. This would have been Sao Paulo.
Here we go.
And I finally spoke to him. I just wanted to know why.
Something's come up. I'll call you back. Callie, so I'm allowed to talk to you now.
Why are you doing this?
Doing what?
Why are you being so hard line about this?
For this to be a worthwhile investment, Konnersport Racing must be successful. It's just business.
It's not, though, is it?
Excuse me?
Well, why am I in the team if it's just business? Why was Devon? You can't keep involving your family in this and then hiding behind it's just business.
This is one of the biggest investments I have ever made. I must take care of the business, Callie. Who do you think will inherit it after I'm gone?
Well, Devon, obviously. I'm not interested in any of it.
These matters are complex, Callie. But they all benefit the business. They all benefit the family. And ultimately, they all benefit you.
You said this the last time you tried to stop me racing. I didn't buy it at 12, and I certainly don't buy it now. I don't understand what goes on in that head of yours. You threatened to end my F1 career, and then you claim it's for my benefit.
Have you any idea how much money I have plowed into the team?
Yeah, that's the thing with you. Money. Nothing changes.
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
No, Dad. I wouldn't expect you to.
You need to be more realistic, that's all. Not everyone survives in F1. You know that.
5th in the standings.
5th.
5th.
Ooh. Yikes. A late safety car has provided Callie with an opportunity to turn around her fortunes at Interlagos.
Safety safety car's in this lap. Repeat, the safety car is in this lap. That means it's our chance to shine. Come on, you can do this. Let's go.
Top 5.
No pressure then.
Okay, here we go. Good restart required. Off we go.
Green flag.
Whew. I didn't have my brake bias set. That was insane. We got so many overtakes done there without the brake bias properly set. I could have gone straight on at that corner. Big risk provides big reward sometimes. Round the outside of the Alfa Romeo. Thank you very much. Whew. Gliding through the traffic like a hot knife in butter. I don't think anyone else took tyres in that safety car. So new tyres plus Kelly Mayer OP equals a team on the grid next year. This is absolutely ridiculous. Job done. Give me the contract. De Vries. Double overtake, double overtake. Podium. Nick De Vries is leading the Brazilian Grand Prix. Can we just take a moment to appreciate what we're seeing on our screens right now?
Okay, the stewards have now enabled.
This is probably not out of the realms of possibility. If AlphaTauri decide to do a Red Bull copycat. All right then, here we go. Last lap.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Kelly Mayer is going to almost single-handedly secure the future of Konnersport. Now it's secure, surely.
Well, what a fantastic race that was. Absolutely loved it. But Natalie, do you think we see Konnersport next season? Rumours say maybe not.
I hope so. I feel like they deserve it. They've been box office for me. They've taken chances, they've been bold in all their moves, and ultimately, that's great for us and for the fans.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more, but there's not much of the season left. And they'll be hoping they can carry this form into the final stages. Time will tell.
Can we get our cheeky interview?
Wow, Callie, a really strong performance out there today. Just tell me, though, how big a role did the safety car play?
I would have been fine without it. Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really fancied my chances after the safety car. Obviously, it's going to really disrupt the race, but I was able to take advantage of it today. I saw an opportunity and I went for it, and it worked out well.
Callie, your first F1 season is nearing an end. It must feel like a long road, but clearly you've put a lot into it. And is there anyone else that's been particularly influential this season?
I mean, not for the right reasons, these three. Has to be Casper.
I've got Casper to thank for so much of this. He was there for me in F2 last season, and he was the one who fought so hard for my seat at Konnersport, and without him, I may not even be here, so cheers to Casper.
And tell me, I'm not sure I could do it, but how has it been working so very closely with your family?
Terrible. A train wreck.
Yeah, it's been a challenge. Let's just say we've all got our own opinions. Family is never straightforward, and that's especially true of mine.
There are rumours circulating that Konnersport may not be around next season. Can you comment?
I think that's fair.
I have reason to believe that those rumours are true, yeah. As far as I know, it's a decision that will be based on our results this season, so if we don't do well enough, you may not see us again.
Well, thank you for chatting with us. Great to have your time.
Anyway, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. This is the finale of Breaking Point on F1 23. Let's end it with a bang. With Konnersport's future on the line, team principal Kasper Ackermann assembles his team one last time before what might be their final race in Formula One.
Okay, so we are running two quite different setups out there today. And you don't need me to tell you how it... You don't need me to tell you how it... Davidoff, that's enough.
I'm sorry?
Get out.
What on earth are you talking about?
I've had an entire season of you whispering in people's ears. I'm asking you to leave the meeting.
You can't be serious.
This is not your team. And after today, it might not even exist. So get out and let those of us who actually care about the result do our jobs.
We'll talk about this later, Ackerman.
You can threaten me after the race.
So be it. Coming, Devon?
Yeah, I'm thinking I might actually stay. Yeah, I'm gonna stay.
Well, that's up to you.
Good riddance.
Okay, listen. You all know what's at stake. If we race as individuals today, the team dies. The only way we can survive this, the only way that any of us are coming back next season, is together. We all understand this? No. Aiden, Callie, look at me. You look at me. We understand this, yes? Yeah. If you put yourself ahead of the team today, there's no more team.
Now that is leadership.
Callie, we got this.
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry if I was ever...
Wow.
What?
Are you apologizing?
Yeah.
I will forgive you on one condition.
What's that?
You get your share of the points.
All right. Deal.
Chin up.
Yay! Konnersport about to cook.
Hey, did you find him?
I didn't look too hard, to be honest. Does Davidoff ever sulk?
Hard to imagine. Listen, I hope I haven't caused you problems. I snapped it. It was unprofessional.
Ooh, not at all, Casper. It was a delight to watch.
You think it'll affect his decision?
I've given up speculating, Cass. At this stage, nothing would surprise me.
Yeah, well, we better get that result then.
I guess we better add. And good luck today, Casper. Whatever happens, I'm so grateful for all you've done.
Look, it's been my pleasure. Konnersport deserves to succeed.
If the fates are kind, Casper. If the fates are kind. I'm trackside. I'll see you there.
Yeah, cool. I'll be a few minutes.
Anyway, team principals, Linda Clifton. I've just had Davidoff in the office, and he's requested we drop a short list of candidates for team principal at Konnersport. I asked if it was confidential, and he said we're all friends here, so I guess it's fine to let you know. Must be regarding something I'm not privy to. Casper in the muds. Andrea's going to have to step up and defend him to keep his job intact. Phil Paget, just to confirm, we're taking a slightly higher angle of attack today as agreed. Callie and Aiden are both happy. Also, we wanted to let you know that the whole team is grateful for your support this season. We know you've had a lot to deal with, and we know it hasn't been easy for any of us. But whatever happens, you've done us all proud. And Zoe sends her regards. Can Konnersport survive? If it can, what remains of it? Rumours are that the team needs to finish in fifth or higher in the constructors to secure funding for next season. And those rumours have been repeated by more than one source inside the camp. This speaks to a team becoming more and more disillusioned with its own future as the end of the season draws near. It's a tall order, and it could spell the end for Konnersport. But even if they were to secure fifth place, is the team itself fractured beyond repair? Think of all the articles in the press, all the social media attention that's been focused on the various rifts within Konnersport. I think it's simple. We bin off Davidoff, and we get funding from somewhere else. Devin Butler says, just want to say it's been an absolute pleasure to work with Konnersport this season. That's nice. Aiden Jackson, Callie and I know what we have to do. All that remains now is to do it. I'm really considering sending my CV to Konnersport to be their strategist, and I'm going to use all the crayons. I should be a shoo-in. It's time for the final race. With the race underway, both Konnersport teammates lock in as they look to secure points they need to guarantee the team's future in the sport past the 2023 season.
You know, before the race begins, anything is possible. Anything. On the one hand, you have the true icons of the sport, certain drivers, certain teams who set the pace, who you expect to do well. On the other hand, you have the underdogs. And we are always there, always pushing for another place, another point. Looking for the smallest opportunity, the tiniest mistake we can punish. And in that moment, just before lights out, it's like the world holds its breath. You know? Everybody just waits. The air is heavy, you know? And I knew whatever happened, Konnersport had made its mark on the history of the sport. And I was at peace with that.
So you weren't nervous?
Are you kidding?
So we know how it stands right now. But just how different might it be when the checkered flag waves here in Abu Dhabi?
We're towards the back.
And it lights out, and away we go.
Good start. Good start. We're still in the race.
Okay, Aiden, let's see if we can start moving through the field. It's time to push. Come on, you've got this. Copy that.
Okay, overtake Gasly before lap 9. Why lap 9? I think we might have a cutscene. Teammate status.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 60th. And the time last lap was a 1:30.9.
So Callie's not in the points. Then we can sweat this out. Stroll next. Hopefully get Bottas on this straight too. Cheeky bit of defense. Overspeed. Defense. Futile. It's nice to know that they can actually do these things. That is P9. Oh.
Down the main straight we go. Here goes Jackson again, moving up the field. What a great race for him.
Yeah, it really is so far, Prof. I mean, it's a circuit he really enjoys. Remember the race in 2021 that he put together there? It was fantastic.
Perez's front ride height is so high. No wonder he's slow. The Alpine too. That front wing is so high off the ground.
Jackson really delivering.
Great stuff, Aiden. Come on, I think we can get one more place here. Push, push. Something's not right. Assessing. Stand by. I'm losing speed.
Heading down the back straight now. He's in a great spot, but hang on, he's slowing. He's slowing. Something is very, very wrong.
Yeah, I think he's got a problem here, Crofty. I wonder what it is. Could it be engine related?
Look, they're
oh
throwing their hands in the air on the pit wall, and he's out.
And yeah, that's the engine gone.
2023 is over for Aiden Jackson. It's a dramatic exit, and it wasn't what he was hoping for.
Something happened up there? Yeah, engine failure, I'm afraid. Aiden is out of this race. Repeat, Aiden's out of the race. Did you get that? Aiden's out. I heard.
What? Let me speak to him.
Why?
Just give me the headset.
Sure about this?
I'm sure about everything.
That's what concerns me.
Kelly.
Devon?
Yeah, we've had a chat. We think it's best if you don't push the car too hard.
What? Why? Look, you're way back, Cal, okay? We don't want to blow your engine too, so just cruise it in and finish the race.
It's got to be realistic here. Copy.
Sorry, is this a team order?
No, Casper agrees. It's just not going to make up that much ground. It can't be done. Just cruise it in, Cal. Trust me, you watch her go.
Reverse psychology from Devon. We love to see it.
Oh, screw that. I'm going for it.
Callie, is everything all right?
Fine. I'll see you all at the finish line.
Oh, get this overtake before the yellow. Boom. P9. There we go. That's what was meant to happen. There we go. I want DRS. Give me DRS. But also give me the position. Perfect timing. We should get DRS. Russell with the switchback. We have the position. Job done. Good. Now job done. Carlos Sainz is 3 seconds ahead. Let's do this. The FIA has broken the live timing today. Also, my ERS deploy, when I put it in overtake, oh, it doesn't say I've gone up into overtake. The game is not working how it's meant to be working. But we're driving around the issues. This is what we're fighting for. 4th place in this race means we complete breaking point. What a breaking point from me. P4, baby. Let's go. Podium. Go on, leapfrog me to max. P2. Surely not. Surely not! How are we not fighting for the championship? Here we go. Lock up. Get a good exit here on the power nice and early. DRS and slipstream. No slipstream here. It's just straight ERS and DRS. Means we take the leads of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Last lap of this race.
Okay, mate, the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Let's just try and hold on. The final sector now. Devon's tactics, Devon's advice, midway through, have proved to be crucial in firing Callie Mayer up to the back end of this race. She has stormed through the entirety of the top 10, demolished the top teams and drivers in Formula One to secure a win.
And to the checker flag for one.
There we go.
Time. That is some race from Callie Mayer.
What an incredible performance by her today. Konnersport, sure, will be very delighted with
Yay!
that one.
And if you believe the rumours, Ant, this is a team whose future has been in doubt. Surely, though, they've done enough to return next season. I think they've been wonderful to watch.
Huge. Oh. Elation. With Aiden having to retire due to engine problems, Callie puts the team on her back and manages to drag the Konnersport car kicking and screaming across the line in a miraculous finish that secures 5th place in the constructors' standings for the team. Here he is.
Hey, Devon.
Not bad today, sis. Not bad at all.
You did that on purpose.
Did what on purpose?
Oh, come on, Dev. Cruise it in.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Technically, you went against the team order. It's poor form, that.
I can't believe I missed it at the time. It seems so obvious now.
Listen, you want to lay off the sauce, Cal. Seriously, it's a bit embarrassing. I mean...
I'm surprised Casper let you, to be honest. Really surprised.
Okay, I'm going now, because you're not making any sense. Okay? Ciao!
Yeah. Ciao.
Ka-chow.
Dad,
California.
That good enough for you?
Look, I thought maybe we could grab a coffee tomorrow before we head off. My flight's not till 3.
Yeah,
Have a chat, talk about next season. It'd be good for us. Well, think about it anyway. The offer stands.
You make it sound like a negotiation.
It always is with us, Callie. You let me know.
Callie, take a bow. Maya's astonishing performance in Abu Dhabi. Konnersport must have known it could be a tall order. It would be a tall order. All the more with only one driver, but the performance that followed from Maya has set the whole F1 world ablaze. Regardless of all the drama atop the table, all anyone seems to be talking about is Callie Maya. Whatever you think of the rookie, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more extraordinary solo performance this season. Fans of F2 have drawn inevitable comparisons to Maya's sprint race in the Netherlands last season, a race well worth looking up for anyone who's not familiar with it. Maya is no stranger to Abu Dhabi, having secured the F2 championship here this time last year. Socials, never in doubt. Cocky as ever, Devin Butler. We love to see it. Natalie Pinkham. Maya has really proved herself this season. Absolutely unforgettable in many ways. Jackson looking super chill. Not sure I'd be as calm as that. Think I even saw him crack a smile. Bragg says, nice to see Ackerman in that interview with Toto and Horner. Feels like he's really found a good place since giving up the wheel. Phil Paget. Drinks in the garage at 6 p.m. Be there or else. Casper. I'll talk to you all later, but for now, let's just say a quick congratulations to the entire team. I couldn't be happier, and Andrea is overjoyed. I know how hard you've all worked this season, and I know how much we've asked of you, and I know it hasn't been easy. It's not often in this sport you get the chance to stop and appreciate what you've accomplished, but this is one of those occasions. Enjoy it. Let's finish the season.
It was amazing. I'm not sure I've ever seen a race like that. I was wrong about Callie.
And how did you feel about the engine failure?
There's no such thing as the perfect car. The one that failed us was the same one that got us here in the first place. So, you've just got to drive the car you're in.
Well, everyone's an individual, which means that everyone is motivated a little differently. Take Devon as an example. He always responds well to having his ego brushed, to being told that he's the best. His greatest fear is failure, so it gives him further to fall, keeps him hungry. Callie, on the other hand, has an innate drive to prove people wrong. If someone tells her something's not possible, she'll do everything in her power to achieve it. A sort of stubborn determination that can be harnessed. And then there's Aiden. I mean, when he started in F1, people thought he was a nice guy, but he was incredibly ambitious. It's just what makes Aiden tick. Which is why I may have started a rumor or two about interest from other teams during his time at Konnersport, to stoke that ambition. Keep his eyes on the horizon.
A lot of people might see that as manipulative, wouldn't you agree?
Well, of course. Motivation is manipulation. It's the same thing.
Is it?
Look, the end justifies the means. After all, it's just business.
Looking forward to next season?
Just let me at it.
Will you stay next season?
I've told Casper I'll stay if he does.
Do you still have a job after your run-in with Davidoff?
Well, we'll see. We did it! We secured the funding! What a team!
And that's all that matters.
Right now, yes, that's all that matters.
Okay, so, we done? Yeah? Cool. Ciao.
That is breaking point 2 on F1 23. For this story to progress, to be interesting going forwards, we now need to see a storyline where we are fighting at the very front. And please, Codemasters, get the difficulty right. Because through most of that, in fact all of that, by absolutely smashing the whole field in every single race, breaks the immersion for me. It is very hard to get excited about beating the objectives. Get the basics right, and that story mode becomes a lot more enjoyable. Let me know what you guys think. That has been Breaking Point 2 on F1 23. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to see plenty more racing game content. That was fun. Could definitely be better. Hopefully, the next time they do story modes, it's perfect.